Thanks for dropping by LevelMDiecast today, episode 81, episode 81 Diecast haul. The pigs and whatnot have been not kind recently. They've been a little bit dead. And prices of things are shooting through the roof for diecast for various reasons. So diecast is starting to get quite expensive. Did pick up this 8-pack right here. I bought it for specifically the CAR that's up there in the corner. Of course, it's the exclusive. I've been waiting to try to find a pack that's at least halfway decent. This one's not really that great. There's a lot of different versions of each one of these exclusives. If you're just patient, you'll probably get one that has some pretty decent models. I decided to buy this one in particular because it has the Datsun 620, the latest 620. If you guys have watched a couple videos ago, I was talking about the Datsun 620. I'm going to start collecting that casting now. So I figured I would just grab this one since it has that 620 in there. Not sure if that's exclusive to this pack or if it's going to be available elsewhere, but it doesn't really matter. I will get it here. So there is the 620, uses the Cool Classics wheel just in black, which I think looks really good on this casting. No details on the front, but the prints look pretty decent on it. 73 on there. Of course, it's a 73 Datsun 620, so we'll throw the Datsun up there. And then, of course, the model that I bought the pack for, this is the CAR, the Corvette CAR. Looking pretty good. It does have lensed headlights on there, which is pretty nice. Just number 8 on there. It is a kind of a matte finish on it, kind of a satin finish on it. Matte finish. And then it has just a little bit of print on there. It's kind of a goldish yellow. It's not very yellow, not very gold. It's like right in the middle. But it looks pretty good. I like the wheels. I think the wheels look pretty good. This is silver print on the back right here. No rear prints or anything like that. But it does have a little bit of type and side prints. That's pretty good for an exclusive. I do like that casting. Collect that casting. As far as the other ones go here, the Porsche, we've already covered that. Of course, that Ryu car, which looks pretty good. Or I'm sorry, it's not Ryu. Hako Type D. And then, of course, the only other decent one in here is, of course, the Gallardo in blue with full front and rear deets. Nothing particularly fancy. Not a casting that I collect, but it looks okay. The rest of those are just generic castings, so that is a bummer. So we'll get this out of here. We'll get this off of the studio. I got one loose Hot Wheels, and I'm really stoked for this one. I pretty much forgot about this because I didn't think I'd ever get it. This is the Bugatti Chiron mystery car. This is from, I believe, 2022, maybe 2021. This was the mystery car. This was the number one, the rarity one, if you want to call it. In the mystery pack back then, I wasn't even going to try to find it. Mystery cars are a pain in the butt anyways. This one in black and gold looks good. Uses that wheel on it. Don't know what that wheel's called, but no prints on the back. But really happy because now I am completely up to date with the Bugatti Chirons. I have all of the Chirons now, so really stoked about that. That one's it's a mediocre version, but I still think it's a pretty decent one. Another casting that I kind of decided to start collecting. So just picking up some older versions. 70 Ford Escort RS 1600. I have like the premium one they did, the box set one, stuff like that, some Fast and Furious ones. So I figured I might as well just go and get the rest of them. This one for Gumball 3000, nothing particularly fancy. Not a particularly desirable casting, not a particularly popular one, but just something else to collect, because it's just what we do here. This is kind of how it works too. When things get a little bit slow, I start to collect stuff that's maybe not that great. Something that I hadn't brought to the channel yet, the Golf 959. I had this sitting around. I was getting ready to put it in the display case and realized I never even had this on the channel, so I might as well just show it on the diecast haul. There is the Golf box right there, which is very similar to the 993 that they did. This one, of course, is unnumbered, but it is officially licensed. There is the 959 with its print and stuff on there. It is not a... let's see if we can get this cracked. Always a precarious situation. There we go. We'll just pull it out that way. So there is our 959. It says 59 on the side. The chrome wheels throw it off for me. I like the orange painted seats inside, but the chrome wheels just throw it off. It just does not look right. Prints on the back look nice, crisp, clean. Golf 959 on there. Does have, of course, the opening hatch in the back. There is your open hatch, a little bit of orange detail on there. I do like that. Prints look pretty good. Of course, the hatch stays up, which is really, really, really nice. Base details on there, 2022 Mattel. This is I think this is the 4th or the 5th release of this particular casting. I think it's the 5th release of this casting. I think there may have been one convention kind of hidden in there as well. So this just sits in a little piece of plastic, and then that piece of plastic sits in the base. There's a thing on the top to, of course, keep the hood and everything on there and make sure that the model stays seated. And then theoretically, if I get this seated right, hopefully it'll go back in there. Oh man, I always get super weary with these cases because, oh man, if you break them, the orange bases are not very common. Of course, all the acrylic covers are printed, so there we go. We're a pain in the butt. So there we go. Get that back in there. Get the cover back on there. Matter of fact, we're just gonna kind of leave that guy to the side just so we can have some golf chilling there. Actually, let's just do that. It's got to go the other way though, because it's Hot Wheels. So kind of put that there. Put that there, just cause. This one is going to be, I'm going to have to cut this for 1 second. We'll pull this out. This is the latest release of the Dodge pickup for M2. This one, 1974 Dodge W200 Power Wagon with a CUDA. So CUDA in that trailer there, but of course you can't see the CUDA. CUDA is hidden, so we'll just get this out to get the purpose of opening it. The back looks pretty good. Just has 71 in the back with some checkered flag detail. Looks pretty cool. And then, of course, the backside just says Race Day with some checkered flags, which is kind of cool. Get that off of the studio. And then we'll get this cracked open, which is already kind of open. There we go. There we go. This one is typically, M2 is a little bit more user-friendly for the most part. There we go. So there is the truck itself. So let me go ahead and get this off the base. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got that one off the base. We can take a look at our W200. It says Dodge in the back. There's SRT on there because, of course, and 4x4. 1974 with the drop hitch. Looks pretty decent. Base looks pretty good as well. So rolls relatively well. M2 is getting a little bit better with their quality. I wouldn't say it's yet where it needs to be, but it's definitely getting better. It does have an opening hood. Sometimes it's cooperative, sometimes it's not. It's about as much as it wants to open up. So that is just the standard V8 down in there. No SRT motor, but that's okay. It does, of course, have the SRT option hood on there. See, there's just a little bit of overspray from where the black is. They put like a piece around there to try to mask it off, but you see some black kind of bleeding through right there. So that one looks pretty good. So I'm digging that one. Always good to add another W Series pickup. This is the trailer. This is, of course, Plymouth. This trailer is okay. I'm not a huge fan of M2's trailers, but this one's okay. This one rolls pretty good. The back just opens up. You kind of have to push down a little bit. That's as far as I can get it to open. It doesn't want to go any further, and frankly, if I pull it down, I feel like I'm going to break it. So getting the car out was not easy. The car is actually screwed into there inside the base. So that's very interesting. And normally I don't keep the cars. I might keep this one. This one looks okay. I like the red, white, and blue on it. It looks pretty good. Spoiler on the back with the big old fatties. Tubbed out. Looks okay. It's got some SRT wheels on there, like the yellow lights on the inside of the front end. But other than that, it's not all that great. I think this one has an opening hood. Maybe. Let's see if I get the hood open. Well, the hood does not appear to open. I did try to kind of pry it a little bit. Didn't want to open. So it may not be an opening hood. I'm not really sure. I want to push my luck. But it's okay. It's just okay. I'm not a huge fan of M2. I just like Dodge trucks. So I just try to focus on the Dodge trucks because they're cool. Time to jump on the bandwagon. Yes, we've waited this long. We might as well jump on the bandwagon. Yes, the Formula One 5-pack. I've actually had this for quite some time. Maybe a month. I've been debating on doing a video on it and trying to do something different, but everybody's covered this F1 pack, so I figured, what, let's just throw it in a diecast haul so that we get it, just for completion purposes, because that's what we do. So Haas factory team looking pretty good right here. These are all exclusive to this pack as of this time period. They might release these as singles at some point in time, but for now they are exclusive. They all use the exact same casting, all the exact same F1 casting, which I think is perfectly fine. Gloss black on that particular one for Haas factory team. This is for I don't even know the name of this team, so I'm not even gonna try. So maybe Sauber, maybe I don't know. I'm not even gonna try. Looks pretty good though. I'm not a huge fan of F1. I'll just be honest with you guys. But I do like collecting diecast, so of course I like to get everything. But I'm just not a huge fan. This one right here, this is the, I think this is the Raging Bulls, maybe? I don't know. It looks good though. I like the blue. The red offset wheels is very interesting, but it's not bad. I like the F1 casting. I think they did a great job with the casting, and I like that there's a driver in there as well. And of course, this will be the exact same casting for all the premium stuff coming out. So everything uses the exact same casting. So it's just crazy the amount of stuff in there. As you know what? Because I literally just realized this, so I might as well just grab this. So look at that. I did have that one right. So Haas Factory, Sauber, I got that one right. Raging Bulls, yes. Alpine, or Alpine is what we're looking at now. And then, of course, the last one is McLaren. I forgot they put it on the box because, they need to help us Americans who may not be as familiar with it. The Alpine looks pretty good. I like the contrasting colors and the BWT on there. The blue chrome wheels looks pretty good. They all use the big arrow blade, but they are offset. So fatter ones in the back, skinnier ones in the front. And of course, there's the Dietz right there. Formula One Collection. They just say Formula One Collection. So we'll put that up there. And then, of course, McLaren, which looks pretty good. Like the orange and stuff like that. This one has a... actually, they all have gray interiors. All of them have gray interiors for these driver and front suspension work. It's not too shabby. So that is, of course, the F1 5-pack. Now, I have... Sorry, I had to get them. Just because. So there is the Williams... Oh, there is the Williams from the main line, which is actually probably the best one of them all thus far. And then, of course, the Red Bull proper, which was also from the main line. So figured I'd just throw those all up in there and just have them collectively up there so that we can see them all. I do have one monster truck. Yes, I picked up this monster truck. This is from that newer batch. I had the airplane mode. I found the Humvee. Still looking for crash delivery. I found that guy. That's new, but I don't collect those kind of monster trucks. Same with that. These three right here are all re-releases. But that is a brand new deco for the Ramblin' Wrecker. As a matter of fact, we've seen 3 decos for this casting already this year. And it's a brand new casting this year, which is pretty nice. 2 single releases and 1 dual pack. Comes with the red coupe. Junk. All those Crush Cars are junk, just saying. There is our Ramblin' Wrecker. It is really nice. It's in matte flat white. I really like that finish. It just soaks up all the glare. I just like it. Big blower on the front. Of course, this is based on the old school Ramblin' Wrecker, of course. The casting itself. And then there's some deets in the back. Even has the platform down here with the tow hitch on it, which is cool. So this is a pretty cool casting. So El Segundo, California, it says on the side. Hot Wheels, monster trucks, as you'd expect. Green wheels on this one, looking very fancy. So we'll put that guy, like right there. There you go. Don't roll. All right. This one's very interesting. This might be quite out of left field for you guys. Yes, this is a Disney Pixar Cars. Now, I picked this up because this trailer, it just looks cool. It's like super print detail. It's just super detailed on there. It looks really good. This is Chet Boxar Hauler, what it's called. This is a very interesting piece. I don't know really much about Disney Pixar Cars because I to be honest with you, I despise the fact that they've taken up so much space in the diecast style, and the fact that they're still making tons and tons of Disney Pixar Cars. The original Cars is like, I don't know, 15 years old, the original movie. There is the details in the back. Of course, it opens up in the back, does some stuff like that. This is supposed to be like I don't know. I haven't seen the rest of the Cars movies, but kind of a heist kind of truck, I would assume, like Fast and Furious. Now, the interesting thing about this is I looked this up because I was like, I've never seen this before. It's very, very interesting. This thing retails for $17.97 at Walmart. They regularly sell for between $45 and $65 on good old eBay, and it just blows me away the resale market of just everything. But I'm not for that. I bought this truck because I thought it looked kind of cool, and I intend to keep this truck because it looks kind of cool. So we are going to cut it open and get it out of there. I'm trying to figure out exactly how this opens up. So it looks like there might be some interesting packaging on this. There we go. Get that side open. There we go. And then maybe it's going to let go. It's like all taped to itself. It's a very terrible packaging. There we go. All right. There we go. Rip it open. I don't care about the packaging. I'm not keeping the packaging. And then, of course, you got to puncture this. Get that open. Fortunately, this is the easy open one. So you can just turn the little tabs. There we go. Turn the little tab. Turn the little tab. There we go. All right. Get all this junk off the studio. Making all kind of messes here. All right, so there is our Chet Boxar. The trailer should come off. I'm just trying to figure out how it comes off. There we go. Just prop it off. Maybe break it. Who cares? So there is the trailer. This is, of course, is all plastic, but it's very nicely detailed. Like, this looks like a legitimate, just cool truck to set up. You guys know we like trucks here on Level M. We big fans of trucks. Details on the side look pretty good. It says check lug nuts on there. So all kinds of different little prints. I like it. A bunch of trawler number. And then details in the back is really what got me. I mean, look how detailed this is. And of course it's a New York, or I'm sorry, an Ohio, I think, style plate. I think that might be Ohio. Maybe it's New York. I don't know. You guys can drop a comment and let me know. But the deets look pretty good. The deets look pretty good. And of course the back end opens up, which is of course the whole trailer. And then that comes down right there. So you'd have a ramp to get up in the truck, which is kind of cool. And then that is a fixed piece of cargo in there. That's designed to hold the car in there. It would drive up, and then you would close it up like that, kind of like a spy. Now that is Incredibles logo, ink. So it's like Incredibles ink. At first I thought it was Monsters ink, just because the blue. But it's kind of a cool little play on words and details and stuff like that. The landing gear is fixed, so the landing gear doesn't move. It is fixed. The trailer will sit there. And then, of course, there is Chet Boxar himself, based on a Peterbilt cab over. He's got a cap on. The cap is plastic, but the model is die-cast. It's relatively heavy. It looks decent. It's made in Vietnam, so these should be safe from the tariffs, let's say. There's another details for the plate. Looks pretty good. The details are really, really nice. I just like this because it's different. We like different stuff here. I do it because it's different. It's ridiculously wider than the truck. I mean, look how wide the trailer is comparative. But I just think it's kind of cool. It's kind of different. It's not something that we're typical to see on the channel here. But every once in a while we want to mix it up. And typically when the pegs get kind of dead and there's not a lot going on, that's typically what happens. That's typically where the expansion goes, a little bit of checking out left field, so to speak. So we'll put our Chet Boxar right there, and then of course we'll just keep our monster truck right there as well. And then I got something even weirder. I picked up this guy right here, this deer. Got this at a swap meet. This was like $2, I think. It's a 1/50th scale. It's been played with. It's got some scratches and stuff on there, but it looks pretty good. It's in pretty dang good shape. And it is missing the exhaust stack on there, but I think it might be inside the casting. But there's nothing I can do because I guess it is screwed together. I might be able to take that apart and take it out. But this is rubber tires, Ertl. Of course, it does all the stuff that it's supposed to do. Looks very, very good. I like the ones that are just a little bit beat up, not crazy. Just because they look like they're actually being used, and they look a little bit better when you put them on display, when you put them on a trailer or a load boy. I think that is a kind of a cool little little tidbit, so we'll kind of throw that there. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is Diecast Haul episode 81. Yes, the pegs have been brutal. The shows have been brutal. Swap meets have been brutal. There's just not a lot going on right now. There's just not a lot in there, and that's kind of why the channel is a little bit slow right now, but we'll get that remedied, don't you worry. But anyways, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know if there is something you even are halfway interested in this haul. I'd appreciate that comment, and don't forget to like, subscribe if you like the video as well, and we'll catch you next time on Level M. Peace!